don't really understand how I ended up here. Dashing around. And losing sight of myself in the process.
What was it about Diana that made this moment in the UK so different?
There was a great deal of sympathy for her. That, people, we'd celebrated her life. We saw her almost daily on television or in newspapers and magazines while she was still in the royal family and after she left. And her death was naturally a shock, but it was also a shock because we'd seen her as a victim, really, and that she'd been very badly done by the royal family, and that her life should end so tragically was a shock to all of us, but that it should have happened when she seemed to be on the brink of a new life and a new relationship, a relationship with Dodi Fayed, which lasted only 6 weeks. It's just extraordinary when you think of it.
It was this remarkable thing watching this woman have both the total natural instinct to connect with people and a deep need to do that, and watch the establishment sort of like rearrange themselves around that instinct, which was so unusual. And people just adored her for it, and she understood they needed it. And then I think when I took over in season 5, what's explored a lot is the relationship between the royal family and the media, and what a kind of tenuous relationship that is, and how difficult and important it is for a human being to feel like they can control the narrative of their life, and how difficult that has been for the royal family. But I also think it touches on how progressive Diana was. She was so kind of, she possessed a sort of emotional intelligence and fluidity that was so uncanny, totally unique. And I think she understood, albeit up against a lot of odds, that if she was sort of courageous enough and vulnerable enough, she could really move the needle on a lot of humanitarian issues.
She looked at people through the light that shines in their souls, not the colour of their skin or their background or their status. And it's that gaze, for me, which is that way of looking at people, which is here, and how that moment in time is explored over 4 episodes. It allows things that have been locked inside our culture to emerge and shimmer. There's a really beautiful James Baldwin quote, and he was like, the role of an artist is akin to that of a lover. And a good lover will help you know things about yourself that are hidden.